I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, this shit should piss you right off. Hey, I'm John B. I give you the hacks for mortgage and media, that's why you follow me. Alright, first let's start with the good news. Inventory is actually up year over year in the housing market. We saw active inventory up almost 8% and new listings are up 7%. This is good news as we just saw new mortgage applications bump up last week, so this new inventory is exactly what we need in the market. On a more sobering note, we found out that 2023 was the worst year of home sales in almost 30 years. We had just over 4 million home sales last year, which is way less than what we'd see in a normal market. So fingers crossed we get lower rates and better home sales in 24. But we also just saw the best jobless claims report in almost a year and a half. We had way fewer people filing for uninsurance than we expected, and we had fewer people remain on the unemployment list than we thought. But it's hard to say if this is a good thing yet because strong jobs market could mean strong inflation, and if we see inflation tick back up, we're all screwed. We also just finished up a better spending spree than we expected. Retail sales over the holidays increased 50% faster than what we thought. Strong spending is usually a sign of high incomes and a resilient overall market, but just last week we saw revolving debt hit a new high. So is this actually a sign of good income, or does it just mean we're putting everything on our credit cards? And is all this spending going to bump up our inflation rate? Speaking of inflation, this new report says that half of our current inflation rate is due to corporate profiteering. You see, the producer inflation rate is only at 1% right now. But the consumer inflation rate, the one that comes out of our wallet, is currently over 3%. That means that even though companies aren't spending as much to produce their products, they're still charging us more for them by the time they get to stores. And all that savings is going back in their pockets as profit. That means they're not just costing us more on our grocery bills, they're making our interest rates more expensive too. Atlanta Fed President Bostic just said that because of the inflation rate, they're probably going to keep rates where they are at least until fall. That means mortgage rates, credit cards, auto loans all stay high. And others within the Federal Reserve are starting to echo this expectation as well. And because of these remarks, mortgage rates went back up to the highest point they've been in a month. Still below that 7 mark, but a lot closer than we like. But this week we've got the PCE, a really big inflation indicator. Hopefully that number will look good and that'll help these rates come down a bit. So make sure to stay tuned, give me a follow, and I'll keep you posted.